An undefeated start against a winless Skid. Let's see if this week goes chalk or if it's an upset brewing in week 4. Returning it from the 4. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Back to throw. His first throw is an interception. And the Dolphins get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Now the PAT try coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Go!
Throwing now, off play action. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Go!
Looking for a throw here. Gets it to him on the screen. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up 2nd down.
Set, big.
Slot man motioned over. Blown back gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
Get it! 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Ready?
Throwing from the gun here. complete beyond the marker. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Dumped off to his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. Maverick, 60 Maverick. 60 Bison, 6, Cup 19, Cup 19.
From the 36. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Dolphins take over as he records the 40th interception of his career. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Now, that play went for negative yards anyway, so no need for them to accept that penalty. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
19 Lions.
Trying again, following the sack. Flush down out to his left. He's keeping it. And he's going to step out a little short of the 10.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. They're going play action. Headed out right. Down the run right. Throwing deep down the side. They connect on the deep shot. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Throwing now on 1st down. He's trying another one deep. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Well, I think the defense coaches and coverage, breathe them a sigh of relief. There was space right there. If that throw came 1 second earlier, that was going to be 6.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Throwing deep for the end zone. And this is going to be a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins pull out in front further, 13-zip. Now they'll try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. This return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
70 Lions.
Simple dive up the middle. And this won't amount to much. Tackled after a small run to the 32. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
From the 32. He's trying to push the field. That's grabbed inside the 30. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers lower the deficit to a single possession. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
You know, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
70 ring. 70 ring. Check.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Buys time, rolling right. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense, more often than not, leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
Another try following the sack. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They'll try and throw it here. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. They just get the play off. He gets a lot behind one. He's got it inside the 10. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins grow their early lead to 13. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Here's Carter on the return. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. Taking a deep shot here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Looking to tack on the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins stretch their lead to 21. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Evans now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick 6. And he breaks up that throw for the moment. A good defensive play as we hear what this flag's about. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. They've got 1st down from the 31. He'll throw it. Short pass brought in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Back now, pressure on its way. And they pick him off again. And the Dolphins are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now. Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Here we go. 79 Broncos. Street. Say, hey, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready?
Now looking to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Back to him on 2nd and goal. And he gets in, touchdown! The Dolphins pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. That was a great response, Brock. After they got driven backwards on first down, they go right back to the ground and score just one play later.
Yeah, and I think if you and I were in the huddle down there after that first down loss, I think we would have felt a whole bunch of pride. Give me another shot, and boy, did they deliver.
That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins grow their lead yet again. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Here's Carter on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Cut out left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast. Oh no, they get him yet again. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Evans now to return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Cougar 19. Check go.
Hand off to the back. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Chased out to his right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Packers send out their punting unit. Fair catch made here at the 30-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Dolphins football. They've got first down from the 31.
Let's go now. Mustang 19. 19, Tiger. 19, 18, Pioneer. Dragon 60. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. Big gain downfield. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins running away with it in the 2nd quarter. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
And he's got it. They certainly weren't hurting for points, but hey, why not add 2 more onto the massive lead they've got? The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Here's Carter on the return. Massive hit. The ball is out. And they steal it back on the return. And they limit the damage. But it is still a turnover. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins continue dominating in our opening half. So now the Dolphins going for 2 again. He's throwing for it. And that's caught. Great call. Even if the points weren't needed, the lead swells by another 2. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Kick taken in here at the 17. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. It's a gain of 8, and we have reached our 2-minute warning.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go, set.
Back-to-back carries here. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard.
Ready, ready. 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. Ready.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
19 tight. Here we go, here we go. Hurt.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Ready.
3rd and long for him here. Taking his shot. Deep down the field it goes. And they pick him off again. And the Dolphins have it once again after yet another interception.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. But it slips through. 2nd down coming up. They go play action here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Throwing off the play fake here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
He's dropping back to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession. Sit on the bench to get their breath. Now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
Trying to hit his fullback there. And it's going to be second down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Bails out of the pocket quick. Connects on the crosser. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
Ready, ready.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Mustang 19. Go.
Throwing now off play action. He rolls to his right. Now he takes it. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Evans now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. He's looking deep once again. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Dolphins take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the Packers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a...
They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Dolphins will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ballgame.
Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it'll be 2nd down.
And Viking 18. 18, Pioneer. Go street. Ready.
Back to throw now. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. Looking for his wide receiver there. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
70 range, 70 range. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And as this play winds up out of bounds, let's see what that flag is all about. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no, and it's got to come back. Penalty not helping their cause for this third down.
Buffalo 18. Warriors 70. Check go.
He's back to throw. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
19 tight. 79 Broncos. Riggs. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Huh.
One final shot before halftime. Escapes the pocket. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Oh, shouldn't have let that one go. It's intercepted. And the Packers are stopped on that return. So that interception's going to be the final play of this opening half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Fielded at the 7. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half, and that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
He's trying to go deep again. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Packers are going to have it after his second interception of the season. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start this second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half.
And he's out of bounds just behind that line. Only a yard or two lost, but Brock, we all know, still qualifies as a sack.
He only lost a yard, but how many times do we see a team where just a yard or inches short on fourth down? Well, every little bit counts. He's got to just throw that one out of bounds. Don't run it out for the sack.
Here's 2nd and 11. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Punt team on the field. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be their football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Track 60. 70 range.
They kick the running back in motion. Caught quickly on the slant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Back to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they take him down right along the 30. Working quickly here. To throw here on 1st down. He has it at the 5. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Ready. 60 Bobcats.
Fakes the handoff. Now to throw. Vacates quickly left side. And this is going to be a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins trying to end this before the final quarter. The Dolphins lining up to go for 2 once more. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Rolling out to his left. And he gets into the end zone again. And this is just automatic for them at this point. Now a perfect 4 for 4 going for 2. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Set. 60 by 6. 60.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That pick-6 ought to spell the end to any potential comeback we might have seen out of him, Brock. This deficit might be just too much to come back from.
Yeah, if there was any hope left, they sure could have used some points. And they're going to have to get points now in a hurry. And that's for an offense who just threw the interception. Heading right back out there, you better flush it fast.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. This return starts at the 5. He loses it on the hit. And they steal it back on the return. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Before he can really break that return, they're on him to force the fumble and take away possession.
When you get that fumble inside the 20, it means one thing, Kate. Those guys were running with hair on fire. In fact, if you watch a lot of these special teams and kickoff units, you will see them running down the field on touchbacks. It's almost like they're sprinting to the finish line. They sprinted, and they took the ball away to boot.
And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And this is going to be a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. PAT effort coming up. The kicker gets it. Oh, it looks like he's going to throw it. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
You know, that's a call I'll see in the college game, but it's pretty dead and gone in the NFL, and for good reason. Even when you catch them off guard, the chances for success are extremely low. Can't do it.
Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. The tip definitely broke up that throw. And now it's 2nd down.
19 Lions.
Pass play coming here. And the Dolphins are there to bring him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play. So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And he's going to call for the fair catch here at the 38-yard line. No return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. He's on the move. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Let's go. Dragon 60. Ready?
They're going play action. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. He's got it deep downfield. And in for the Miami touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
So now the Dolphins going for 2 again.
Here we go. Strike.
He's going to throw this one. Buying some time left. And he's got it. They certainly weren't hurting for points, but hey, why not add 2 more onto the massive lead they've got? The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Return starts at the 3. fumble recovery is made. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. And when they fly down the field, they got two things in mind, Kate. Number one, get the returner down. And number two, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
If only every drive could start like this, right, partner? First and goal to begin this one. Goal to go, they're passing. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins continue piling on to this lead. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing it to start this drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
At the 16-yard line.
Another try following the sack. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Chap 60. Take go.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Complete out to the right. And he'll get it up to the 44. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers. They're throwing it. The screen pass falls incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So it's 2nd down coming up. Throwing it again here. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
Every offense I've ever seen from Pop Warner to the NFL's got this play in the playbook, but every offense isn't capable of executing it because it takes a quarterback and a receiver on the same page, and that page, it was textbook.
And they pick him off again. There he goes on the right side. At the 20. And he makes the house go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. You want to know how strong the coverage was there? Man, they even had that underneath throw locked down, Brock, and he took it the other way.
It's really, really hard to find a better rep than that one in coverage. You're so spot on. Covered it down the field. Usually a gimme to the running back. The only thing was a gimme 6.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins continue adding on to that lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Here's Carter on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to the air, following the pick six. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
This, our last play of the quarter.
Set up.
Second and 10 now. Dumped off to his running back. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Packers with the football and a chance to, they'll do some window dressing here in the fourth. Third down, 1 yard to go.
18 rep, set. 18 Cardinal, go.
Here's a give up the middle. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Let's go. Set up.
To throw it on first down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Here we go, set.
Here's a handoff up the gut. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
He put everything he had into this one. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they're staring at 4th and long. They'll bring out the punter here. And they could really use a good one here. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 79 Broncos, 60 Bobcat. Ready?
They'll come out throwing. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
He beams one deep right side. They connect on the deep shot. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins continue adding to an insurmountable lead. As he nabs another touchdown, Brock, I gotta ask you, the former QB, is this a point where all the other guys who haven't scored or only have one touchdown today are coming over to you and saying, bro, why aren't you looking for me? Throw me the football. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Packers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Evans now to return. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. He's gonna loft one deep. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Dolphins get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, it's a position you expect interceptions from, Brock, but not a lot of them come easier than that for a cornerback. His teammate makes the hit as the QB tries to throw it, and it really affected how... This is brought in at the 15. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins throwing 6 more on the blowout. He's throwing for it. And he barrels his way in to get the 2 points. All right, Brock, that is not a graphics error on your screen. They are indeed over the century mark, a triple-digit lead. And, you know, I kind of tell them to stop going for 2, but I don't think anybody's going to listen to me.
Is there any way we could turn the difficulty meter up out there? Just give them a little tougher challenge. I know there's no way to do it during an NFL game, of course. Just wishful thinking from upstairs.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's taken down. The Dolphins rush gets home. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost. This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all open.
And they pick him off again. And the Dolphins take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48.
19. Check. Last thing, 19. 18. Pioneer. Hup.
Throwing now, off play action. He puts some power on a deep one. Wide open down the field, and he has it. Touchdown, Miami. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Here's Carter on the return. And he doesn't make it far at all. They bottle up that return immediately.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting into your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
Throwing from near his own goal line. Buying some time right. On the run right, throwing deep. And that's the record. His 5th interception of this ball game. And the Dolphins get it back on his 6th interception of the season. The moment you see them look to pass from this close to their own goal line, Brock, it is that defense's goal to hurry him and force a mistake just like that.
Yeah, those guys, they're so sneaky on the back end, Kate. They know the clock is being sped up. They know that the quarterback...
And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins running them out of the building. The Dolphins lining up to go for 2 once more. Throwing off the play fake here. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the 4. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Evans now to return. He gets popped quickly. Not a nice feeling or a nice return.
Well, that's a case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks him with a really long field ahead.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. On the move, looking deep down the middle. Big gain downfield. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Cut for big yards on the right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Back to pass on 1st and 10. He's taking a shot. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Dolphins take over on his 5th interception of the season. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They go play action here. Connects on the crosser. Escapes a defender. Here he goes again. There he goes, right sideline. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Dolphins continue adding to an insurmountable lead. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the 4th. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Here's Carter on the return. And that hit is going to freeze him at the spot. He got stuck right at the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So 2nd down coming up.
Let's go now.
Here's a throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his right. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete. So they're going to be facing 4th down coming up. So out now comes the punter. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Throwing now from the gun. Caught by the open man. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Dolphins throwing 6 more on the blowout. So now the Dolphins going for 2 again. They're going play action. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the 4th. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Evans now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
70 Lions. Let's go.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, second.
Have the 6. Have the 6. Warriors,
23-yard line.
ready.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Set.
Third down and 12 yards to go.
Here we go. Set.
Free play here. Let's see what he does. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He's got it deep downfield. Oh, they tried the lateral. It's a live ball. But it looked like the Packers were able to cover it. No turnover. They keep possession. He saw someone jump, took the free play deep, Brock, and that gets them a much bigger play than the penalty would have.
Ready. Big alert. Big alert. Ready.
Throwing now on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
16 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Trying again following the sack. Gets out of trouble. And they pick him off again. And the Dolphins get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Well, we've all seen a lot of QBs make some magical plays rolling to the right, buying time before throwing it up, but not this time. As the defense steps in front of that one, probably wide open, downfield, got it! And in for the Miami touchdown! So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the fourth. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Here's Carter on the return. They get to him before that return can amount to much, just beyond the 15-yard line.
Ready up.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Set. Ready.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Go.
Looking to the air here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that fourth quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick six.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Evans now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. And the drive will start out with a first and 10.
Come on. Set.
Getting right back to it after that interception. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by the Packers. Their third and final one. All right, here we go. Second down. Another try following the sack. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. Still one more in their pocket to use. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on third down.
Set.
Running back sent in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. On now comes their punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Short drop, and he gets a kick away. And the punt team downs this one just inside the 40.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Launches one deep downfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
It's a 21-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, Cup 19, ready.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
Well, that window was open down the field, but this league is so fast. And these defenders, well, they closed the gap before that throw could arrive.
He throws a bullet down the left sideline. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
You know, that's a nice job by the defense, Kate, to actually use the 12th defender, and that is the sideline. That throw didn't give the receiver enough real estate to establish possession, and the defense understanding how to use the boundary.
And 7 Pirates, 19 Lions. Hut, hut.
Throwing on 3rd and long. He's loaded another one up. And they pick him off again. And the Packers make one of their best plays at the end, coming up with the interception on our final snap of the game. So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. And their start to the season